think it's going, yes. Okay. Hi guys, it's me, Manza, and I hope you can see me. I have a new camera today. Sorry, new telephone. I'm trying to keep it, so that I can remember things. I'm scatterbrained again. But anyway, I wanted to show you how to cut items out when you're using a kit. And today I'm working with In This Together. And I know some of you guys don't like social, I don't know if I got that backwards anyway. I don't know how it's going to look. Anyway, COVID things, but this one's kind of cute. And I know it's kind of what we've had to do all this last year. I like this one. It says, saving the world one nap at a time. Anyway, so these are the stamps. And this is the stickers that go with it. I'm going to turn it around, because I don't know which way. Okay, so those are stickers, and they are kind of cute. Also, love this little guitar. The TV says, just chillin'. Like a good neighbor, stay over there. Anyway, so that aside, and then we have the really pretty cardstock with the coordinating cardstock. And got to get this out because I'm going to be cutting it, right? So if you'll notice, every one of the printed ones will have what we call a, strip. A zip strip. Yay! I remembered a zip strip. And you'll be using, this is so that we don't waste a lot of material. So we're going to be using that zip strip. And this is what looks on the front. This is what this one looks like on the back. So this is really cool. Here's one with the one side. Oh, I'm going to tell you about front and back in a minute. This right here, I don't know if you can see, but that's toilet paper rolls. We could always use toilet paper. Okay, so this is like a real pretty dot, and they coordinate perfectly. So there's your next sheet. Or sheets. So you're going to be using the front and the back. Now this one is cute. It has a little rainbow on the zip strip. Says things like meditate, relax, self-care, bubble bath, good things like that. Things we all need to do. Breathe. Okay. So this again is front and back. This little rainbow. I just love these colors. I don't know why, but I just love them. Maybe not the orange, but it does work here. I'm just an orange fan. Okay, so again, the zip strip there, they're little rainbows. And then we have, of course, this paper here, and this one here has all kinds of mugs around the top. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but we'll find out. Anyway, and then it's yellow on the outside. It's kind of got a faint diagonal line going through there. And here we go with this one. This is beautiful. It's hearts, and I love the colors. They're blue and lavender, or probably lilac. There's your little zip strip, and there's a whole sheet of toilet paper. So if nothing else, you can just, roll this up in a ball and use it sometime. Just kidding. Okay. I know. Don't be funny, because I'm not. All right. So this one says laugh, sunshine, meditate, relax, walk, breathe, sleep, connect, bubble bath, kind of like the other one did. That's that zip strip. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Oh, I just love those colors. And then this is almost like what we saw on the sticker sheet. Not quite, though. Now, the one I happen to get, the kit I happen to get, has both scrapbooking, and you can get it also. It's even on sale for, I think, $45 instead of $50, whatever. And then these are some really pretty dots that coordinate with all that paper. Put that over there. And so, yeah, because I have the card and scrapbook, they send me some cards. I believe there's like 8, I believe. And so I'm going to put that over yeah, I'm going to put all this stuff away. And, you know, like if you want, these will come in for, I think, $10. No, $6 more. I don't know. Yeah, it depends on the kit. These are your page protectors. So you might want that. Some people don't really care about that, but... And another piece of paper we're going to be cutting tonight. Usually if we have the daisy white, not all the time, but usually if we have it, it means because we're going to use it to stamp our stamps. And sometimes we'll even cut out the, you know, use a die cut and cut them out. But this one didn't have that. So that's okay. So we got the daisy white. And we're going to cut that too. And then this is what's really cool about Close to My Heart. If you notice, there's two different shades of green. Okay, so you flip it over and you have one color. Flip it over and you have another. And this is going to match just perfectly with all this green that we have in here. Well, actually, all these colors are. So maybe I'll just keep this one. So, and then we have, I believe this is Sapphire. I should have told you the right name for the green. I don't think I have it listed, but this is Sapphire. So you see this one's a lot darker than this one. And one thing I need you to notice is when you're cutting the back, it will have an asterisk on the instructions. And so like if this one was the back and this one's the front that you're cutting, then if you cut them all on this color, or this color, so you got to pay attention. And if there's an asterisk, make sure you're using the back one. Okay, and then we have these colors, which kind of go with a whole bunch of this color. Yeah, see right there in the heart. And it's also on double-sided. Well, they all are. But I believe this is called Lagoon. Okay, the other one might be Clover. Not sure, because there's a lot of coordinating stamps too that, you know, they coordinate. Like this one, I believe is called Canary, and then we have one called Lemonade. So we have different shades that are, you know, kind of like, so it would match the paper, but darker and lighter. And of course, we all know that there's lots of yellow in this worksheet. So there we go. And oh, can't forget my favorite. There's purple, and there's a dark purple and a light purple. So yeah, my favorite colors are blue and purple, so maybe that's why I like this. I don't know. We'll check. Now on these papers, okay, here's the instructions. They used to come in with your kit, and I don't know why they don't anymore, other than well, I don't know. I don't know why. But you can download them from, you know, when you order the product, there's a little place that said download instructions or something like that. It'll tell you to download it. Now, when you get your instructions, you want to read everything that you can on here, because this says materials needed, and it'll tell you everything that you're going to need. Okay, so the kit comes with, this is this together workshop kit, and then you're also going to want, but that's what you bought, but on top of that you're going to want to have some lemonade or close to it, exclusive ink pad, a lilac, oh, I got that one right, mink, what one was mink? I don't recall seeing mink. Oh, that's because it's the stamp pad. So sapphire stamp, so that doesn't tell you all these colors, but you're also going to probably want a journaling pen, a black journaling pen, 0.03, and it'll tell you everything. See, 3D foam tape, your different blocks, your adhesive and scissors. They think you're already going to have that, which most crafters do. There's the paper trimmer, ruler, and a pencil. Now down here on the bottom, it says if you want to get them already. I don't ever do that. I don't know why, but it tells you what project is going to take which size of picture. So for instance, on project 3, you're going to have 2 of the 3x3s. Project 2, you're going to have 1 of the 3x4, and so on. Okay. Then So then there's a getting started, and I'm going to get started and tell you what all that is, and that will be the next few pages. So let me jump over to the next part here. Okay, because you're going to see this in just a second. So on this, it'll give you instructions like this is what it's going to look like. That's the finished product. And then this is, they kind of give you measurements and things. Plus it says use light lagoon stock for the base. So we know we're not going to cut that because they want the whole base of the paper to be the light cardstock, which I don't know, a waste of paper, see? But anyway, I love it. Anyway, so it's going to kind of tell you here, and I'll tell you which ones, because we're going to label each of these, because they're trying to cut the paper so it will save you resources. So you want to be sure to label each of the things, because you might have several different things on there. And there's some more, I like to say ideas. They are ideas, but they are ones that you'll be working in this kit, unless you say, I'm a rebel, and I want to use this color to put on this picture, and blah, blah, blah. And however you want to embellish it and stuff like that. So either stick to the instructions or go wild. It's all up to you. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. In that big kit, it's going, so usually you get scrapbooking. So you're just going to make your scrapbooking ones. And it'll tell you project 3, right page and left page. You know what I mean? So then there's also instructions for cards, to print your cards or make your cards. Now, a lot of you, boy, you're already experienced at doing that. I know in my group, a lot of them are. Probably all of them. But again, you just go ahead and whatever you want to do. If you want to, put your colors where you want them, you know what kind of pictures you have, you know what you want to save. I was going to even take I got pictures of all the empty, what are they called? The empty store racks and everything. So, yeah. Anyway, it's kind of fun to, one day, I mean, like I said, it might not mean anything for you now, but one day your great-great-grandkids are going to, not see all the pain that people had to go through, but some of the fun things and the family time. I mean, to everything that's not good in our life, there's plenty that is. And so we want to stay positive, and that's the American way. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, we're going to get started here. All I'm doing is cutting. This is mainly for my club members, but if you happen to be watching this, it's okay. You can be in here too. So the first thing, I'm going to look at, read the key instructions. So, and I know y'all can read, but I'm going to tell it to you. You're going to hear it. Gather all materials needed. Very smart idea. Trim all zip strips and set them aside. The zip strip is the half, of accent. I've even had to cut 1 1/4 for some of the projects. Light gray pieces on your cutting guide are scrapbooking projects. Dark gray pieces are card making. I never noticed that. I've done these before. Because why? Because Manza didn't read the instructions all the way. I just skimmed through them. Or because I forget things. We all know how bad my memory's getting. So I had perfect memory one time. Okay, so the light pieces just shows you that never, there's always something to learn. Will be your cutting guide for scrapbooking, and the dark gray are your cards, okay? So you can put them, we're going to put them all aside anyway, and that's how I've kept them straight, is I just mark on them what they are. As you cut your paper, label and sort the pieces as indicated, and that's what I was alluding to, and create a stack for each project. So here's a key. The key is the first cut that you make is going to have a little picture of scissors. So your first cut on each of these diagrams will have a scissors. So you don't want to start cutting here. You don't want to start cutting over here. You want to cut where the scissors start, okay? Then another thing to be careful of, oh, well, and it says the asterisk is used for back paper. I already told you that. P is for project, and you want to cut diagonal equal, it says angle and trimmer. So those that say P, that means you're going to diagonally cut them. Now, I don't know what that is. Suggested stamp arrangement. See project instructions for ink and color. Oh, that's right. That makes sense. But I don't think what they did tell you to do, and maybe they did. The first cut is back of paper. Okay, I guess that's everything. You're going to want a place to put these, and then you're going to want a place to put aside the scraps so that you can use them later. See, I told you my brain is shot. But anyway, made good use of it in 62 years, so that's good. I just got some regular paper, okay, and you could write on it, 1, 2, 3, project 1A or something. No, project 3, project whatever, project 1. You got the idea. Anyway, so let's start with cutting off our zip strips, because they are also going to have instructions on them. Like, I think this one is going to be 12 by a half. This is a half, the zip strip. So it'll be 12 long. So that one's good. The first two are that way. The second two are that way. And then when you get to the heart material, or the zip strip, one's going to say 6.5 by a half, and the other one's going to be an accent, which is 3 1/4 inch by a half, and then 1 3. Oh, that's 3 1/4. Yeah, and the other one's 1 3/4.5, and then there's a final one, because I believe, yeah, you get 2 strips of everything. So, and that one will be 1 3/4. Good news is that means there's all the rest of this to work on another project. That's why you never throw anything away. Same with this one. You're only going to have 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. So you're going to have, that's 5. So you have 7 more inches to play with later. So let's do the zip strips. And I don't know if you've ever had or if you have a trimmer. Some of them are different. I shouldn't even be showing this one. It's Stampin' Up. But anyway, I need to get, I got so many material that I got to use up. But anyway, and I'm working on it. So this one, you measure it usually, like if you're doing 5 inches, you're going to do that here, and then this will be the cut right there. So this one, because it's a 1/2 inch, you're going to line it up with this little, can you even see that line here? And then that'll help you to mark on that. So I'm not the greatest at this. And then you just, okay, so that's one. And then here's the other one. What'd you guys all do this week? I'm saying, I should say weekend. It is weekend, but by the time you probably see this, it'll probably be, so I'm asking, what did you guys do? You don't have to tell me. It's fine. Maybe you did something secret. I don't know. I can't imagine you robbing a bank or anything like that. Oh, you know what's not on here? There you got the rainbow ones that you're not even cutting out. So there goes some more for some future projects. And I thought I already did. Oh, this is the hearts. Okay, so I'm going to take that and put it. So this is a half. You could tell because that one's 1 1/4. It's they're all different though, but not very much. You just have to find out. Oh, yes, I remembered what I was going to tell you. Find out what works for you. And one thing that works for people is, well, not even works. I don't know why they didn't put it in the instructions. It's something you want to pay attention to for sure. I was so excited when I first started doing it. And I'm just cutting every which way. And it's fine if you have a paper like this, right? But if you have something like this, where'd it go? Yeah, this. Oh, that's the stickers. Oh, one we're not using. If you're having a paper like this, then you want to make sure that your letters are going the right way. So, and it will show you actually. And then same with this. You'd hate to cut it this way only to find that it's supposed to be this way, because when you put it on your project, right? And so right here, it'll tell you, it'll be more so on these. It'll say cut orientation. So cut orientation is what way you want the, here you go. One is just showing you cut orientation. They're going to go striped ways. I mean, vertical. And then here's the one that had all the lettering on it. Okay, and here's one that's got letter or words on it. So just be aware of that when you guys are, I think I'll cut both of these at the same time. So some of these trimmers will trim all, both sides, but anyway. Oh, I painted my mom's fingernails tonight, or this weekend, and I'm always threatening her I'm going to dye her hair blue or purple or something. No, you're not. And I'm like, well, yeah, it'd be so cute, Mom. She used to be quite the trendsetter when she was younger, and so she's like, no way. So I'm going to cut this one anyway, just to get rid of it. So, yeah, she didn't want me to, you know, go wild on her. I says, well, you know, you got to sleep sometime. And then if I wasn't doing it to her, she'd be doing it to me. So we've just done it all our lives. I know I sound like a horrible, horrible daughter, but she knows I'm kidding, except for this weekend. This weekend, I don't know if you guys saw how I did her fingernails, but and I haven't done mine today, so don't even look at mine, but they go light blue, black, light blue, black. Pretty funny. I think it's funny, but you guys are probably going, that's horrible, horrible, horrible. But, so on we go. We're going to cut, I'll cut those zip strips in a second. I got to look at, what page was I working on? Here. Got to make sure you have a lot of room. I thought this was going to be a lot of room more than my desk, but, not so much. Okay. So now I'm on page 3, and it's telling me cut orientation, but I'm looking at it, and I don't think it matters what direction the little polka dots go or the little squares, the little graph paper. But just in case, I'd want to be a little, you know. So now I look at it, and, oh, and here's the back. There's a little asterisk. So if I look at that, I'm going to cut... I'm going to start with, obviously, that first cut right there. And if you see a dashes lines, that means feel free to cut all the way to the bottom if you want, which is sometimes easier. And so I'm going to do 1B and 1N and 7B. No, 1B and 1N are going to be on this real pretty polka dot paper. Whereas 2F is going on the graph looking paper. And then 7B and 7B, they're both the same number, because if you notice it's darker. Remember what they said, if it's darker, that's going on a card. So you're going to have 2 cards that look like you generally do. That's why there's 8, because that means you're going to have 4 cards. 2 of each. Okay, so the only one I'm going to worry about here by doing that graph paper is the 2F. And if you notice here, remember I told you, that's why they give you 2 sheets, because here you go again. You're going to cut these out of the, this time it's different, because now they've got the polka dot on the back side. So you're going to cut 3E and 3L in the graph paper, and then 2M also. And then the ones you're going to do in the polka dot are the 6B asterisk, the 4B asterisk. And sometimes it gets a little close when they're in there, but like they're the cards, and it says that you're going to cut it 1 1/4 by 5 1/2, but that wants you to cut 2 exactly right, the same, you know, same way. So let me get going, and I'm going to do what did I say? I'm going to cut. Oh, and I can cut all the way through on that because it's got a solid line, okay? But this one you probably don't want to cut through because that's a good piece right there. That's like 4 by what? I don't know, probably 2 going this way. No, 1. Okay, so I'm going to take it clear over to 1B. Okay, and 1B is 8 by 9. Now the 8 comes first, so that's the orientation. Took me a while to figure that one right, and then I'm like, why isn't this picture looking like your picture, you know? So the 1B, well, I'm going to take the whole thing first, and so this is probably 8. Yes, that's the 8. And now I'm going to turn and do the 9-inch. So there's the 9-inch. I don't know if you can see it, but just go. I always like to make sure they kind of, sometimes paper screws up, you know, but there's like a ledge there that will stop you from getting it in the wrong one. This little thing has no sharp blade in it because it's a score. It scores your paper. Okay, so 1B, you know what I should have done? No, I did it right. Okay, so this is 9 by 8, so that's good, and it's on the polka dot side, so I'm going to put that over there. But this is the part that I left cut off, this part and this part. So on this part, it should be 3 inches, and see, no wasted there, so there's 3. But we want to cut 8 first. Even if it didn't add up, we would say, there's the 8. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? The picture shows it that way. So, duh, there's another dunce for me. Okay, so there we go. That is going to be polka dot. And I'm going to turn over this, and it says, you know, the 4 comes first. So first I want to measure out 4. That's only like 3 1/4. No, it might be 4. Yeah, that's 4. Okay, and then I turn it around, and I say 6 1/4. So 6 1/4 right here. And then I'm going to take it and 4. And we already measured it, so I know it's 4. Oops, guess what I forgot to do, you guys? Where'd my pencil go? Right here. Okay, so this one is 2F, and that is asterisk. So I'm going to, it's this side that we want to use on our craft. So I'm going to flip it this side and put a little 2F right there. And then I know that in my stack of 2s, what way it goes. Alrighty, then the 1B is going to be this side up. So I'm going to flip it and say, and you want to do it up in the corner, let me tell you, and you want to use pencil. All this I'm telling you is because guess what? I learned it on accident. Okay, so this one was 1N, and this is the part that's going to show. So I'm going to put 1N right there and put it over my 1. This is my 2. Now I have this much left, and this is one I said will give you a little extra paper to use on some other project. So this one, like I said, is 4 going this way, and it's 6 going this way. So if I look at 2B, okay, 2B, of course it's going to be on the cut, or it's 7B, excuse me. It's going to be on the lighter side, but I know just looking at it, that's a card. So I'm going to cut 2. Make sure that this was the, you know, it's pretty easy if you're cutting it out like this, because that's it just came right to the, they're not all that easy. So I'm going to put this on the 2 mark right here, and then I'm going to make sure that I don't got it crooked somehow. It happens. Okay, so there we go. There's 1 of the 7B, and it's going to be on that side, so I'll flip it over, and 7B. I'll put that one over here. And then we're going to put this in at 2. I hope I'm not boring you. Okay, let's see. So, that one's also 7B. don't know why I kept thinking it was a 2. I don't know. Anyway, this is scrap. So I'm going to put that where the scrap is. Okay, great. Now I'm on to the same paper again. Right here. Okay. And with this paper, I'm going to, it's the same thing. I don't have to worry about the orientation, but I want to remember that this time this is the good side, the front side. And so I need to cut, my first cut is going to be, well, this is lucky because it is 7 by 7, so you don't have to worry about that. And then this one's going to be 4, so, all right. So I got to get to the 7. And it says I could cut it all the way down, so I'm going to do that. This is a 12 by 12 paper, even with the zip strip off, so it's actually 12.5. Then you cut off the strip. So that was 7. Now I want to turn it, orient it again, get my 7 out there, and zip. There we go, zip, zip, zip. And I'm going to turn it around because, as we know, it's going to be the this side. So I want to flip it around and write on the polka dot 3E. So that goes in my 3 pile. Okay, then I have this piece left over. Oh, another thing I do, I don't know if everybody else does, but just for my sanity, I kind of check it off as I go so I don't lose my place. So I did 3E, and I'm doing 3L, which would be 7 by 5. So I would orient it to the 7 first, but we already know I cut 7 inches, so we're good. And then I'm going to orient it and cut to the 5 mark. And guess what? Just perfect. So this one's a perfect one as well. I'm shocked. Must have done something wrong or right. So I'm going to cut that one off, and it's 3L. So I put down my 3. And then, so I'm almost done with that one. Now I got to take this part, and I am going to make these little cuts here. And I can see they're dark, so they're going to be cards. And they are both going to be cut. We're going to use the back side, this side. So I'm going to be writing on the other side. Oh, except for the 2M. 2M says to cut 4 first. So, and it says I could go all the way down. Okay. And make sure you hold your paper. I've done that. It ends up going crazy. Cuckoo. Which sometimes you do want to do. So this one is going, nope. Now I got to cut it by 5 3/4. I'm sorry. 5 3/4. Okay. So there we go. 5 3/4. And it is so this one's 2M. That goes in my 2 pile. Now I get to do this. So 6, I want to have it 6 inches first. So do I just get rid of that one? Oh, here's another good piece that you can use later. Okay. Then we're going to do the cut first is 1 1/4. So I'm doing 2 of them at 1 1/4. By 5 1/2. So and that's going to be flipped over here. 6B. And then I'm going to do another one the same way. 1 1/4. Okay. Sure I am. Hey, do you guys know if there's any movies out? I mean, I haven't even seen any advertised, but then I don't watch regular TV. I do YouTube and such. And I'm just assuming with the coronavirus. But, you know, sometimes they start the movies early, so you know, what happened 2 or 3 years ago would probably be in the theater now. Not that I can go to the theater now, but I guess I can, especially after I have my shot. And maybe not. Maybe they're cut. You know, when you live out here in the country, it's kind of different. You don't get to get out much. No, you don't get to see a lot. I mean, I did before COVID. I found all kinds of wonderful things to do, but 6B star. But since COVID, I feel like a hermit, you know. Those who know me know I'm a social butterfly, and this is not good for me. Okay, the next one's going to be 3 1/4 by 4, and it says cut 2 of these. So 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 1/4. Yeah. So just below my 1 mark. This is getting hard. You really got to make sure you got to go on straight. Oh, when it gets hard like this. One thing you can do if pressing doesn't work, go slow, number one. But the other thing is you could put like a kind of a, I don't know if you've ever heard of washi tape, but you can put washi tape on because it won't tear the paper. And you could just tape it right down there. So, or take the part that you're going to cut off. Like now I got to go to 4. So if I would have known that in the beginning, then I could have just taped it down on the part I'm not using. Got it? And this one is also on that side, and it is 4B. Okay, so that's 6. Where's 4? Over. Nope. I'm on a new pile. That's why. Okay. So, and then there was 2 of them, so now I got to do this one at 4. And you're probably getting sick of this already, but, you know. You could always fast forward or just leave because, I don't know, I'm just got to cut mine anyway for everybody. But I think I've given you all of the instructions. Now, when you, especially if you're a VIP or a maker, this is 4B, right? Yeah. When you are that, you'll be able to watch Close to My Heart videos to see how they do things. Let me tell you, you're going to be there 2 to 4 hours, depending on the project they're doing. But I think they're starting to have everybody have their stuff cut before they do the video, and that's kind of cutting it down. So instead of doing it right along with her, she does like I'm doing, which is recording it, and she'll do the whole thing though. But I think you guys get the general idea, so I'm not going to keep on going. Let me see if there's something I need to show you, though. Maybe I should have showed you. Oh, here's one with the orientation. Let me try that one first. So cut orientation, they want it to go striped. And we know that the first cut is going to be 3 inches. And you want to put it vertical like it says. So let me just show you this. But yeah, you know, I don't want to be boring and waste your time, but, and I do sometimes pass on those videos because they record it, and then you could go in and watch it at your leisure. So I got this orientation, and I had, yeah, what the heck? Okay, so I got the orientation going fine on this one, right? Thank goodness, this is why you need to read up ahead. Thank goodness this is going fine. If I were to start cutting this right now, which thank goodness I don't because they're all 12 inches long, okay? Different widths, but the same. What if I were to start cutting, like, you see what I'm saying? So, like, if you're cutting, let me see one. Oh, great. I don't even have one to show you. But let's say, you know, this was 3 by 2. So I just now cut it 3 inches, and I went this way because it's vertical. So the 3 by 2, you would go like this. So 3 by 2, you probably want to do it with this way because then that's the, you know, then you have a piece that's looking right. If you do it this way, 3, you might not. And this one's not as bad because I think it will go either way. You just, unless, nope. That's not true. So 3 by 2, you're going to want to go like extra tall and 1 inch shorter in the width. So yes, it does. It does matter how how you cut that. Oh, man. Oh, man. I thought I just... I ain't gonna tell you. You guys are gonna think I'm such a fool. Anyway, I thought I'd cut a piece because I saw the other one over here, and I went, "Oh no, what did I do? What did I do?" But okay, you'll get used to me if you haven't yet. I'm just there's so much going on in my life. It's like I'm retired, and so my son-in-law or my grandson-in-law just said this to me tonight. He says, well, we've been out doing things for everybody else, and we're spending time, because I asked them to call me and they didn't, because I had to tell them something. And so then they said, well, we've been, spending time and da-da-da. We're not like you where you're retired and just lay around and have nothing to do. And I'm like, okay, whatever, because there's plenty to do around here. But actually, he's kind of right, because with my back hurting as bad it has been, because it's been out, and I'm trying to avoid getting surgery, because whereas we both take care of my mom, it's hard for me. I mean, I still do it. I get up and I pull her pants up or do whatever I have to do, whatever it takes. But where I have problem is helping her to get up, which I grin and bear it and do it anyway, because it's in the bathroom. And but when she's going to bed, I prefer that Dennis does it, because by then my back is gone for good, for the night. So I just feel really bad, because Dennis he's been my rock for the last 9 years, but he has really earned a spot in heaven. As much as he's been taking care of my mother. First, he was just helping me take care of my mother, and then with my health issues and different things going on with me, he's really stepped up. So kudos to Dennis, and now you know why I love him to pieces, and I don't know why I'm even talking about this. See, I got off track, but yeah, I love him. I love my mom. We have a good time, but sometimes I just can't do it. So, I know why I was telling you, because I finally found an exercise equipment that helps me, because, I mean, I'm not kidding you guys. I have arthritis in my, it's not just my back. So it's my hip and my back that's giving me issues, and my knees and my neck, even though I had surgery on it, and my right shoulder. I tell Mom I'm having her sympathy pangs. But this week I've got another issue, whereas my feet are swelling, like both of them, about that big, and you can't even see the where the ankle bumps out. No, you can't see that. So that, and they're bright red, and it'll do that, and then it doesn't. And so Dennis is like, well, it's because you keep your feet down a lot. And I'm like, well, that's because my back's out, and even to vacuum or load the dishwasher or anything like that, I have to sit on a chair, seriously, because I can't stand very much, or I can't walk. So this new exercise thing is really good. It's easy on my joints, and it's recumbent. It's like a stair stepper, so your feet are going like this instead of going like this, like a bike, and so that helps my joints. I like it so well that we've decided to go in and with each other and buy one, because I think it'll also help my mom with her, because her legs are getting so weak. She can't walk very much at all. And I'm thinking it's because she doesn't walk very much at all. So, and I'm thinking that's one reason why I'm hurting. And then with the COVID, I'm like everybody else. I put on all the weight that I lost when I first came out to Duchenne. So, so this week I started I want to call it a diet, nutritional way of life, I guess. And this time, I know I've had like 785,000 diets, and I'm still going to write that book that I keep telling everybody I'm going to write. But I'm not going to tell the title. I've told it so many times somebody else is going to steal it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, if you see it out, it's called, and you could tell me that was my idea. Okay, but it's going to be everything you want to know about dieting, except how to lose weight, because I could tell you about every diet. But I digress. What I'm trying to tell you is, I'm sure that's part of the problem I've been having with my back and hips. Not all of the problem, because there definitely is a lot going on there. There always has been a lot going on there, but it's worse now, and also it's gone into my hip. And so I am getting this new little machine that I can just rock and roll on, and I am going to start. We have been eating healthy, and I told my mom and Dennis, yes, you have to go on this with me, because I'm not going to sit here and eat carrot sticks and celery and watch you guys eat mashed potatoes and stuff. Just not fair, and that's why I always go off a diet, I'm sure. But since they don't have to lose as much as I do, my mom maybe 10 pounds, which would probably help her. You know, anytime you put weight on, it's going to hurt your joints and stuff. So with Dennis, he needs to lose a little bit, but neither one of them like me. So I says, Mom, if you want your whole milk, which is better for her at her age anyway, Dennis, you drink the 2%, I'll take the skim milk. So we have to buy 3 different milks. But like tonight, it was really good. We had some more of the chicken that I made last night that we ate, but we wrapped it up in a tortilla shell with like some pineapple and some other things, and it was like eating a pita sandwich or something. But and it was really good. So I've been, in fact, Dennis probably ate 3 of them, but I said it's okay, because I don't think they were that bad for him anyway. But I couldn't eat my first one, let alone my second one. So I think that's good. And I've lost about 7 pounds this week, which I know they say you should lose 2 pounds a month. That's normal, or that's healthy. However, you know, you guys are probably too thin to know this, but as a heavy person, when the weight starts coming off, and this is probably, you know, biggest loser, you probably notice there, the bigger they are, the more they lose at first. And then get down there, once you get to a point, it's not so easy. So I mean, it's never easy, you know, because anyway, let me say adieu, and I will talk to you later this week. If you're my club, I'll talk to you when we do our scrapbooking and card making. And for the rest of you guys, feel free to contact me if you want to be in a club, or if you want to start a club and you have friends and neighbors, because it's really fun. I'll show them. Oh, I've got some of my work on there, but I could show you some more. I'll show you this one when I get done. The people they're in my club, of course, they'll see it, but I will post them on Scrapping with Manza. And I love you guys, and thank you for sticking through thick and thin with me on this video. I'm not quite sure how to do this yet.